Prepare for battle.
Thank you very much, Chief. Yes, this deciding game 3 now between NIGMA and Alliance. Fogs, we are seeing some stubbornness from Alliance with the course that they've come in again with here. Are they really going to get away with this, or are you once again worried for them, especially after what we saw NIGMA do last game with the Miracle Slot?
Definitely a bit worried, but you know, we have to say, you know, of course, Miracle popped off with the Slark, but it is, of course, enabled a lot because he had the IO.
Sure.
Like, GH stacked everything for him. He kept full mana, making his mobility absolutely absurd. And they also had this Grimstroke that also enabled him quite a bit. This one, I'm not seeing these enablers for Miracle, even though he does have these great matchups. So I think that's going to be the thing that kind of maybe is the X factor that changes like the way he goes. And I think Alliance is actually an aggressive lineup. The last game, they have to wait until Pango was 6 to be able to do anything on the map because of the way the lane setups were. With Shaggy and Barana, I feel like they can always be trying to pose some type of threat. So I think it should be a much better showing from Alliance, but we could still see the Slark, which has a good matchup in the game.
Let's get moving.
Was able to do it again. Indeed, Alliance's slight change of a...
Yeah, and already you can see it's pretty big switch up just the fact that they're even able to go aggressive trying, right? Because the last game there's just no way. They have Wraith King, Oracle, and Pango. Like that just, it's not possible. This is a extremely potent tri-lane triple stun, and they can make rotations and variations. And for the most part, S4, he can play defensive and should be okay up here as long as he doesn't just high level 1 right away.
I mean, is someone going to come down here, or they leave it? Like, can they leave Weehar on his own against this tri-lane?
I don't think they can leave him alone, no. I think they have to bring someone else down, but I don't know how much either of these two heroes can help, so I think Kuro has to make the move down to at least try to break the combo and maybe just, honestly, die. Maybe just catch the arrows for his buddy and just eat the deaths a few times.
Part the tri-lane's aggression. Can't stay down here. Because last time, really did see it. Across the board, 3 solid lanes. For the 5-minute mark, there were thousands of gold ahead. Around Alliance. That's set up. As you say, Kuro, he just blocks it up. He's
gonna tank it.
I mean, it works. He is enough to save him. It is. They do get the kill on him, but as you say, it's him dying and not we are.
Yeah, that's his job. You know, he's a 5 Void Spirit. Kyle asked, what's this 5 Void gonna do? He's gonna die and keep Weehaw alive. That's what he's gonna do to Kyle. I don't know what else he's gonna really do too much in this game though, but he'll at least be able to do that to protect a bit. And Weehaw gets himself at least 4 lasted, and the lane is pushing into his favor, so that's actually pretty nice.
Top S4. I mean, say what against the 2 that have left up here. Pretty fine. You think S4's going to get a lot out of this?
I don't think he's going to get a lot out of it. He's going to get something at least, though. It's a lot of magic damage that comes through. It's the pure damage as well from the blood, right? So he has to just play a little careful till he does get himself back up to 100%. Like when he's sitting at this little part right here, it's a little scary, but once he salves up, he'll be able to get a bit more. He actually, into the blood right, he actually turned into it.
Yeah, but, I mean, he is going to be okay, but bit of an awkward move there.
I thought he was going to go left, and
he just went straight into it. He was like, here we go.
Oh, bottom again. Disruption. Stomach catches Weehaw.
Trying to put a remnant out to break them apart, but of course with the disruption, it's always going to have these elusions. Very unlikely Kuro's actually able to pull anything in. Remnant to stop that sort of play getting the kill.
Yeah, now it's always going to be a way for them to set up kills too. Like Weehaw's always going to be vulnerable this game. Unlike the last game, he's an Ember versus just a solo catch of a Batrider. This is what I was saying. It's like Alliance's draft. It's very, very different. Even though it's still versus that Slark, they can actually do stuff. And we're seeing mid lane. Limp's actually doing a bit better than the last time. He's at the 17. Of course, Miracle is still dominating the matchup in general, but yeah, off to a better start. And Limp holding the skill point this time around too.
Who could turn away from this battle?
Just keeping himself hidden in the tree. Very careful about how he comes down and shows himself. respect for the duo lane that does have against him top.
Yeah, I mean, he could probably be getting a couple more last hits for himself, but I think he's just happy getting experience up here. If he's able to get a good time level 6, not feed any kills, it's great for their team just because of the way that they've set up their lanes. Wraith King's free farming, Bat's getting a decent farm, and he's getting levels, so you're very happy.
Again, he heads over to the top lane. We'll pass over to Southwest 4. Lane. Bottom. Out the disruption and its delusions with no Haskins follow up. And making lots and lots of space for farm down here.
And also important is this time around, Limp, it was a regen rune that spawned again at 4 minutes, just like last game, but he was able to get it this time. Miracle was not able to take it away, so yeah, much different for Limp.
A little aggressive there with the Firefly. Cool, yeah, about a good wave away from hitting the 6, and at that stage it's going to resources of course to gank that mid slot. Test just across the board, NIGMA just setting up for them, yep. See this last game. Times Nick faster on an Alliance seems.
Yeah, Kuroki's just, especially as this Void Spirit, he's probably feeling like he had no other job in the lane right there. He had to just beeline to the rune, and he's able to get it. Limp just, yeah, he's playing it differently now this game. Instead of having the point in the Flame Break, he's putting more in the Firefly, and he's just shoving the wave in and just playing the farm game. I think he's identified this time around not to make the same mistake that he did last time. And like we also said, they can't get these kill setups onto the Bat Rider like they did last time because he doesn't have those amazing supports to just get the Slark snowballing out of control.
Yeah, it'll be a slower game for Miracle. Still a game with potential.
Dire's middle
They're
tower
have
isn't
that
going to last
ultimate
long.
matchup against the Wraith King. Heroes board does have its weak against the slot. So to hit a good time. Looks first few items and the opening Miracle's had. It's not what we saw in game 2, but it's still solid. Diffuser blade will still come out in good time.
And he's denying some farm from enemy team right now. He just actually went into enemy jungle, stole some stacks of this arcane rune, and now he's even gonna maybe hit Limp a little bit just to hurt him. Sitting on this high ground, and yeah, he's gonna get some good punches on him.
Middle tower is under attack.
Playing careful in Miracle. Don't dive any further towards the tower, knowing that TPs could come in. And
up top, that's 4. Hits 6, immediately tries to go onto mind control.
Nice body blocks here as well, allowing Hanskin to get a few further right clicks in. Mind control. Too speedy though. Able to dodge the arrow, get away from the Timber tank. He's out back. Limp did hang around. And Miracle just got back over and gets the kill. I mean, Limp of course did know Miracle was around this area, taking away his jungle. But still, nonetheless,
Radiant's
comes back and plays a little too
top
close
tower
to
is
the
under
stairs.
attack.
Miracle able to easily jump
I
in
guess
on.
Radiant fortified their
And Miracle gets
structures.
himself a jelly just like the last game. Bottom action.
Set up onto We Are. The Siphons, though, keeping him sustained against Nico Baby, as Nico Baby can't push on. And Nico Baby now very low. Kura's coming in with the wraparound through the trees. Charge will pop, but Nico Baby is running. One more nuke, though, should do it. And as you say, the Reincarnate coming at a perfect time. And at a time that will allow them to turn and actually get the kill on We Are. Could not have hit that 6 at a better timing than Nico Baby.
That was perfect. The dancing around waiting for the creep to die and just instantly levels it up. Very nicely done. While Miracle makes his own move top, gets himself a kill.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Miracle to grab. Manzel.
They're
Won't
beating
quite
on
be
Dire's
this
top
10
tower.
Seconds to definitely not that much. The net worth is in over a slight lead overall, and now walking into Limp. And Master's killed. He's gonna let him try and go for Kuro, just his level 3 Void Spirit. Not a lot he can do. Limp chases him down with the Firefly. that Miracle, he's
Radiant's middle tower could use some
mind
help.
control. Rupture to start things off, and S4, he's not really got any players to get himself out of it. He's trying to wait and hope that the Rupture ends in time for him to escape, but it won't. Enough time to render him in position and allow him to keep the kill. Down bottom, Alliance will make the counterplay. They get aggressive onto Weehart, take him out. TPs have come in, and Miracle's here, as well as the fact that Supernova's up and ready to go. Hanskin leaps across. He's trying to kill the egg on his own. He's not going to be able to do so, though.
Dire's
Egg
middle
is
tower is
protected.
under attack.
Miracle getting very active across the map now. That kill up top and immediately coming down bottom to get
Are
involved
those cracks in
across
Dire's
the
top
board in any sort
tower?
of action that Nigma's getting involved in.
Crazy how he's able to do this even without the two supports like he did last time. He's definitely looking to be a bit more mana starved as we're seeing, but he's still looking to make these active moves all over the place. Very nice. His top also. S4, he
Dire's
just TP
bottom
back
tower
in.
needs some help.
Gotta be careful here. Two of them run him down with the
Radiant's
ghost
middle
out. They've got a
tower
lot of
is under
damage.
attack.
Chain to the side. Is there going to be
Dire's
any sort of
bottom
potential
tower is
TP
being
back up?
chained
It doesn't
away.
look like it, as S4 will fall a second time as soon as he returns to that lane.
Look at these ancients, this big stack. Kuroki scouted
those
it, I think, like
cracks
2-3
in
minutes
Dire's
ago,
top
and now they're
tower?
really looking to stay
Dire
and just
have
play around
fortified
and not
their
let Limp
structures.
farm it. Limp has a lot of stacks in that area. They're gonna finish up his boots of travel. He'll have them done now anyway.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have
But yeah,
to take
putting a
this
lot of attention
abuse.
there. As Nico Baby, he'll send on his nice
Dire's
skeleton
top
army.
tower is under
Mid
attack.
lane, put some nice pressure on that tower. As GH, oh, that was almost a nice bounce into the arrow.
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
Nice, at least able to push Nigma away from this ancient stat.
Yeah, Limp will be able to farm it with that nice Firefly.
On top, Nico Baby's getting gone on his reincarnate, still on cooldown for 20 seconds. TPs are coming in, but ooh, he's still alive. And the defensive disruption, is it really going to save him? It isn't. The final crystal comes in from Weehart. They kill off Nico Baby whilst reincarnates on
Killing
cooldown, and it'll
Double
also
kill.
pick up FNG. Weehart getting involved in some good solid action up top, and that's going to give him good space to really keep the pressure on this top half of the map.
Really nice recovery in particular for
Someone
Weehart,
better
just
help
playing
Dire's
around mind
middle
control.
tower.
They do some good damage. These
Radiant's
two,
bottom
just
tower's
very nice
got
kills they can set up
problems.
for. Arrow off the mark, doesn't hit the catapult mid, so the pressure is going to
Dire's middle
continue.
tower isn't
Mind
going to
control
last long.
Yep, they put the blood right down. Limp.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Won't
under
get caught
attack.
by him. Two of them trying to chase him. He does still have that lasso.
They're beating on
First
Dire's
needs
top
Nico
tower.
Baby needs to run in and try and stop
Not
this
much
fight up.
good
But
happening to
Supernova's down.
Radiant's
Elias has
bottom
got to keep
tower.
their distance. They'll wait out the egg. We are seeing out Alliance turning up in numbers now. Still at this stage of the game, of course, where Nico Baby's in the process of farming the relic.
Oh, the smoke instantly broken. Kuroki was still on the high ground.
Radiant's bottom tower has been denied.
And Limp just still trying to work on these ancients, just keeps getting disrupted, and it's really just Nigma dictating the entire pace, putting so much pressure on it, already up to a more than a 4K gold advantage.
Yeah, a big
Dire's
lead.
top tower is under attack.
I mean, of course, not quite as big as last game, but definitely a lead that Alliance is going to be.
Are those cracks in
They're certainly
Dire's
going to be
top
feeling.
tower?
They're going to know that once again, Miracle is on track for a good time. He's just given 12 minutes.
He's got it done.
Refusal's done. So only slightly slower than game one. This is still a very, very good timing for the mid slot.
Yeah, they're smoked up. They already have all these aggressive wards down, aggressive vision. They're looking to sandwich and maybe dive for this tower here. Everything is at the ready for them soon. 50 seconds for that egg, but they've got their Death Prophet ult. Nico Baby, he's already getting pinned out here.
Jump. The Moonlight Shadow getting him underneath the tower. TP's coming in. Miracle did try and get the pounce from the back lines. Wasn't quite able to find it. But the Moonlight Shadow has forced Nico to sort of back up, be a little careful of how they do try and jump.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Trying to be that strong force on the front lines to push him away from the tower. Miracle's not scared. He still jumps in with the pounce. Nice there to follow up. They're just driving S4 down, and S4's got
Dire's middle tower is under
Nigma
attack.
able to just commit onto the
Dire's
timber
not fortified
underneath
their
the tower.
structures.
And I guess Alliance just overestimating their ability to hold there. You know, S4
Dire's
coming in,
middle
standing
tower
by the
isn't
tower.
going to last
They felt
long.
that they could slow down the push, but it wasn't to be the case. They killed the timber saw still easily.
Yeah, the Enigma's they're just playing as this unit, as this nice squad, because when you look at the drafts and you look at theirs compared to Alliance, they actually just have way more AoE, way more team fight. Just overall, Alliance, it's pretty much all single targets. So when Nigma's all gathered together, Alliance, they have to just back away. I feel like they're gonna have to start trying to split up
There's no
with
way.
Nico Baby.
Yeah, as soon as he shows top, TP's are there, and Miracles, he's up ready to play GH, and we are again. Just moving in a way that Alliance are struggling to keep up. Taking down the monster with the reincarnate coming to an end. Nico Baby's trying to run the plays back up. He's able to finish him off with a pounce. They're just playing too fast for Alliance. Alliance can't keep up.
No, I think they just have to start playing, just split push the map. Like S4 needs to just push, like suicide push, and just help his team try to find any type of kills with the arrow.
Just look at the right. Miracles just chasing onwards and onwards. Rupture now onto FNG. There's just no stopping NIGMA right now, whilst they continue to get a similar level of momentum as they had in the second game.
I mean, they might even be able to pressure this tier 2 before the 20-minute mark this time around. We have Exorcism up in 20 minutes. Miracle's still hanging around looking for anybody who wants to show their face. And Odds stepping up.
Under attack.
Silence. The jump from Miracle.
They're really looking to get this tower before the 20.
I mean, yeah,
It's
far
likely to
before the
happen.
20, right? Yeah, 15
Tower.
minutes in, and tier 2 towers being taken. And Alliance just can't do much about this. Over the side limb, he's been beaten around by Kuroki. Will try and tap, but Kuro's got another step up. He's able to get away. They can't even turn and catch the fight. Kuro's too nimble on this shot. Jump down to the low ground. Miracle, he's able to get catch onto limb. That's no will come into play. Look right down though, but Alliance have got to be careful. Shadow Dance is able to be popped on Miracle. He can just fight on as they take down S4. Destinates onto limb.
Getting out of control.
It's again, yeah, but we are seeing similarities to game 2 as Miracle yet again 4-0-5 on this mid slug at 15 minutes in, and just no signs of being slowed down by the way that Alliance is moving around the map right now. They seem a little helpless against these coordinated, aggressive pushes that NIGMA are just consistently coming in with.
Dyer's
I
courier has
really
been
just
killed.
feel like they can't do anything when there's more than just like 1 or 2 heroes. When a 3rd hero shows up, they're just like, our draft just can't actually fight in like a 3v3 or anything like that. We need to have a huge number advantage before we look to do anything like that. And Enigma's just keeping the ball rolling. They're all staying around top and continuing to persist around this area that they have so much control. They're gonna start bringing the numbers. They're gonna try.
Try for the setup on Miracle. The arrow slightly off time. Miracle does still get bounced back. No Shadow Dance for 20 seconds. Really trying to control him, but he's able to pounce away from the shadow from slow. Now the Yule Stone of down mind control. He's got it done. Lovebright will connect, but not before the Timber Chain was in place. Supernova's down, and Miracle is able to hold on to the position underneath it. No escape from the Timbers. There's another kill for Miracle. As the tree's Hanskin is hiding. Yeah, mind control's hunting, and he's going to find him. They're going to find yet another. There's no escape for Hanskin. They're trying to get Miracle in so they can get that essence shift stack, and they'll be able to do so. Cuts down the tree. It's another one to the tally.
It's brutal.
It really is. I mean, as we saw, as we said, you know, from the draft, Alliance coming in with a couple of big similarities to what they tried in game 2 with this Wraith King and Bat. They change it up a little bit around it, but it just doesn't look like to have been enough. As Miracle's he's just having another free game. Shadowblade done, on top of the defusal 17 minutes in. They just cannot stop this slot.
No, not at all. And it's this time, sure. This Slark is continuing to pop off, but even the rest of this team is popping off a little bit more than they were in that last time around. So, like you see Nico Baby, he's getting his farm. He's got this relic. He's almost in the Radiance, but he's gonna have to deal with a world of hurt as it's 4 core heroes. It feels like effectively because of how farm GH is.
Take the objectives there, Roshan.
Sure.
With the exorcism, I mean, the lead that they have, you know, we all know he doesn't really need the exorcism to fight. They can just get the sages quickly, use the ult in the pit.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Get back to just running at Alliance.
Lucian's down.
They're still quite a ways away from that BKB, and it's really feeling pretty rough. They just don't have the damage, and they don't have the team fight either to really deal with these heroes. As Miracle just constantly hunting now, just Shadowblade on top too. 3 kills.
Yeah, there'll also be able to catch FNG. It's getting just as bloody as game 2. It really is. 16 for 5. And it does mean that for sort of the second time this series, as you mentioned, that the games like this are very hard for Limp to do anything as the bat, right? When he's sort of having to play the bat rider against the lineup that's running at them as 5, that's sort of the worst situation for a bat to be in, because what do you even do?
Exactly. You want to be able to be playing to your strength. You want to be getting these pickoffs, but Nigma's just not giving you the chance. Nico, baby, still alive. He hold me.
You get him at once.
You got a lasso.
Doing a second time Limp. Not quite able to get in onto him and get able to been half of the dark hat. They do get really high instead. They take him out. They do lose Nico Baby for it though, as Miracle gets back in. Finishes him off with the help of GH. Miracle already charging across with the Shadow Blade to see if he can catch more. Sentry is down. Still though, sneaking through the shadows, closing in. FNG is every time disrupted. But they do have the arrow follow-up. They've got the burst. Jules will stop the Timber Chain across, keeping Miracle safe. Miracle's able to retreat for now. Kuro actually jumping straight and gets the ground onto FNG with the Simulate burning. But him down low, GH as well. And Miracle puts across, slows him in, starting his gun rate. Finally out. Miracle, he finally dies for, I believe, for the first time in both of these slot games. They have managed to kill Miracle.
Look at that, GH pops the egg on the high ground, which actually in turn cuts the tree that S4 was about to Timber Chain up to. But they push him away. They do finally kill Miracle.
Might just get mind control here as well.
To get some stuff, yeah.
For, as I said, the first time really in this game and the last game, able to punish Miracle's aggression. A very nicely placed arrow there from Hansken, just catching Miracle on his attempted retreat from the fray.
They're gonna need quite a bit more of those, and they need to get Nico Baby to still most of the die early on. Top. Combo. Nice one break.
Killed you without bet.
Okay, so back on the menu.
Yeah, good pickoffs for Alliance to find.
BKB finishes the Limp. Yeah.
I mean, they really have to do as much as they can right in these moments where they know that the Nigma's just not in formation to keep this pressure on as 5, where they know that they can try and get out and tackle Nigma whilst they're split up across the map.
This is gonna help quite a bit here though for Limp. Like this BKB, they don't really have any real saves on the side of Nigma. It's if he just BKBs and just beelines toward a hero, he's gonna be able to pull them out. You know, if he goes for the Slark, there's still the chance of the Dark Pact, of course, but every other hero is gonna be at jeopardy now because of this. So this could be a start to a small comeback here for Alliances. They still need a little bit of time, but showing some life. Disruption combos, definitely something that we still have to see Miracle play around.
Really have the best methods of save teammates either if he does get caught by that stun.
No, they just have pretty much just the stun ray and some fire spirits to slow some attack speed and all that.
Radiant's top tower has looked better.
Without worrying about being blown up himself or just being controlled by sort of the Yulzes that they do have on Alliance.
Looks okay, but Nigma's gonna chill out a little bit here. They're gonna get their lanes pushed out, finish up their next bit of farm. They do have Weehaw with a full BKB though, but they're giving some respect right now. They're actually playing very defensively, very careful. Only Miracle's really straying into the dangerous territory.
Limp waiting in the trees, but much to be done there. The smoke from Alliance turning down towards the bottom. I mean, they know that Miracle just showed himself up top, so maybe
he's immediately boarding.
Yeah,
he knows this is happening.
Radiant's middle tower
He
needs some help.
immediately used it by Weehaw. As soon as Nico Baby reveals himself, the Moonlight's popped his Alliance. We're back away. Let's see if they can get in after BKB's start. Three of them, but the BKB's pop right back. Back to lockdown onto Weehaw, temporary team onto the Miracles in with the pounds onto S4. S4 can't quite get away from the super over in time as S4 goes down. 1 for 1.
Obliged.
Nico Baby still having a poker, but he's getting in. He's going to get the break fight block. He has no
Double
further
kill.
escape. It's going to be a second kill for them. Miracle, Shadow Dance, being committed as he heads over towards Limp, but he's got to be careful without the ult to the ready now. Into the trees he goes, pops the Shadow Blade as Alliance know that with no ult on Miracle, Miracle's going to be playing safe.
So he's thinking about trying to go back in, but now he'll back away, and there we go, Alliance. They bring it back with a BKB bat. We see that and come into play right there. Just he doesn't have to have any cares, any concerns about who he lassos now, unless this Lark, he can pull them really out of position. The egg was further on the right side, so it didn't actually clip most of that Alliance squad. I think it only actually stopped so when they were focused. So yeah, nice play from Alliance and keeping Nico Baby alive during it, getting him nice needed experience with gold.
Miracle is headed straight for Limp. Limp's BKB is back up just in time if he needs it to try and force towards him, but he'll be fine. That's
Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
They'll focus back on the
Looks
objective.
like Dire
Looks
fortified
towards the tier
their
2. Alliance will see if they can come up with 30 seconds
Dire's
until
middle
Lasso's
tower
back.
is under attack.
50 on Wraith King Reincarnate though. And the Exorcism was popped, so they can just wait it out. About 10 seconds left on that. And then maybe they're going to look to
Someone
re-engage.
better
Lasso's
help
going to be
Dire's
coming up
middle
at a pretty
tower.
nice time while Exorcism ends.
For the twins.
He's going to start with probably Jet FNG here. Disruption on himself, not to do anything.
At least he'll be able to get a
Not
D-ward
much
out of that
good's
one
happening to
probably.
Radiant's
As Nico
bottom
Baby
tower.
blinks into a very aggressive position, but it works.
Still getting a very good amount out of it.
Regeneration!
Keeping very close on the toes of Miracle. Right behind it. Time round, there's the Blink Radiance and back for the AC. It's become a good timing. Have definitely slowed down the lead that NIGMA were building up. They built that 5k lead up pretty quickly, but as you can see, it's really stagnated now. The Alliance are
Yeah, they actually just see Weehaw step up a bit too far. He has the BKB, he's holding it.
up from sort of a little bit. They get the pull back as well as Rupture down onto S4. Find himself some time with self-heals. S4 Timber chaining away, but the Rupture will bring him down low enough for Miracle to finish him off. Supernova right in the midst of the fight is Alliance. They've got to split. BKB popped by Olympus. He's on the retreat. Will get out of the range of the Supernova stun. It's now the jump in. Nico Baby find the opportunity, get into the race line blast, and the last they follow up, they've done it. They take down Miracle. A perfect jump there from Nico Baby to catch Miracle between the dark packs and find that opening to get the kill done. The Siphons bringing FNG and Nico Baby down low, but Nico Baby, he's got the reincarnate. The slow bullet setting up for Weehaw, but Weehaw is able to dodge the stun with the Yules. Weehaw hasn't got any way to get himself out of it though, as he's trapped on the high ground.
Mega kill.
Limp controlling him here as Alliance again a solid hit back and really was just finding that perfect jump onto the Slark and killing Miracle off. As soon as they take him away, Nigma's power in the team fight does start to falter.
That was a beautiful dance by Alliance, I would call it. The way that they actually just synchronized dance, just split away from that egg instantly and just waited for the perfect opportunity to re-engage. That was very nicely coordinated by every single one of them, because they didn't lose like anybody there. That was, I think, what they lost S4 at the start of it, and then they just completely split in a perfect delta angle, and just so nicely done by them, and getting the perfect opportunity to jump back in. This is the signs of life we were talking about.
Yeah, they see just so much thrown down onto S4, and then as you say, as soon as the Phoenix GH comes into the midst of it, they're just out of there. And just, again, just watch how quickly Nico Baby's able to find the opportunity to get back in. You know, Miracle, Dark Pack down, boom. Nico Baby's in with the opening, sets up for the lasso follow-up, and the Slark's gone, and Alliance come out in a great position off the back of the fight.
Love to see it. Finally able to shut down that pesky Slark now 2 times in a row.
Down to a 4k lead now. This is turning into definitely a different story from that second game we had this series. This is...
I was like, what the heck? He's not in the game.
Oh!
He is an idiot.
He is an idiot. No problem.
Oh, jeez. Oh, definitely big signs of life and big signs of like everybody starting to get a little bit of gold. I know they were starting to get closer and closer.
And it's making it kind of hard for Miracle to actually get to play. They're doing a great job of taking him out.
Yeah, I mean they just have a way better actual draft, just period. The last draft just it felt so light. They had no stuns really. Like when you have just one stun of a Wraith King, it feels really bad. Besides like a Rolling Thunder, this one. Arrow, Disruption is kind of a pseudo stun in this one because it messes with his Dark Pact and all that, so they've got just much better options this time. And I think, you know, you did just play against it as well too, so they're maybe getting some ideas and stuff like that too, so looking at how to play around it and play around all these plays that Miracle is doing.
Yeah, no, that definitely counts for some.
The Lions, they're grouping up to try to go for something here. They don't have Reincarnate for 40 though. And Lasso is back up quite soon. I see Limp has gotten a very nice spider legs for himself too, so this Bat Rider in some of these fights might just be able to scurry and pull people in some very devastating positions. And here we go, more neutral items being picked up. Oh, Paladin Sword for Weehaw. Does he want to keep that, or is he going to go Quickening? He's going to keep the Quickening and give Miracle to Paladins. Yeah. Maybe later on they'll swap depending on the items they get, because the Paladin Sword is a damn value on a hero like Death Prophet.
Rosham.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
So to fighting around the pit. I guess yeah, with Love Right Supernova X, it's just the sort of team fight in that condensed area is still favourable for NIGMA. They want to go for it down bottom, Miracle.
Radiant's bottom
Jumping
tower is
onto
under attack.
Hansken. Remnant ready and waiting for him. As soon as Hansken comes down from his Jules.
And we do see now Miracle pick up his next item. So the Scotty is finished up after that Diffusal. He is extremely strong now. He's also going to be able to reduce a lot of that health regeneration and all that too.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Going to be coming out from the Wraith King as well as Timbersaw in particular.
Miracle.
As FNG.
He's looking for it. Release off. And should be a pretty dead Shadow Demon. FNG just slow down with the 20 cards, but still Miracle able to get back in. Bounces up. Fine, kill. They could just straight up go for this. There's a man down on Alliance for 30 seconds. FNG 4 versus 5, no chance of Alliance wanting to have a look towards this. Again, we are just popping the ghost, getting this Roche done as quickly as possible. This Aegis and Cheese should very well be Enigmas.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
As we've seen a couple of these times, if they just had a split second
Radiant took down
they would
Roshan.
choose over something they will survive as he will take over.
And a pretty late buyback come out from FNG. He may need to be here anyway to help out. Starts with that S4. He's just going to go straight over the high ground with a very aggressive timber chain. Already the Miracle's been able to get around the backlash. Kick it down, Hansken. Supernova's there. Nico Baby cannot kill him himself as he's been used in position to his health back. The Supernova's going to connect on both Nico Baby and S4. They'll pop the reincarnate. Miracle ready to look for round 2. Roach is out as well as Nico Baby. He's out. He's down. Nico Baby out of the game for a minute. Outside of S4. NIGMA fighting strong here. Immediately after they get this Roche out, Aegis and Cheese, they just get straight back to running an Alliance. And Alliance they just caught a little bit off guard. I mean, Alliance, they wanted to take this fight. They still want to try to. Buybacks are coming out as he's back into the game, S4. NIGMA, a little low on Weehaw and Miracle. Miracle hiding in the trees. Alliance, I don't know if they want to really run it
Radiant's
now.
bottom tower's got
With that
problems.
buyback, they can't really get back close to NIGMA. But an awkward fight to be taken there by Lions.
Not much good's
And he
happening
was
to
going to
Radiant's
re-engage. Look at
bottom
the stacks on
tower.
the Slark. He's still sitting at like 70-something plus energy.
S4 bought back for this.
Right in.
S4's got to be very careful.
They all have to. S4. That's not a safe spot even under the tower, I don't think.
They're going to go straight in onto him. Silence is there. S4 in a lot of trouble here. He'll try and get out with the stealth fuels. A defensive destruction offered up by FNG. S4's down.
Eliminated.
A dieback on the timber storm. Kuro heading up the high ground. Straight into a Rasta. Lips there ready and waiting.
Dyer's
So
middle
Kuro
tower isn't
dives
going to
into his
last
own
long.
death.
Radiant's top tower
Damage,
has
just
fallen.
jumping up that net worth lead all the way up to 11k right after that Aegis. This pickup, the Scotty,
Miracle.
enabling.
He's still hopping around.
Keep going.
And it's as if they've sort of forgotten that he's in the game. They're just playing around in positions where Miracle's been able to pounce at them. And he's going to go down the monster there. They're probably going to be able to do it a second time. Darkpack to immediately remove the stop from the arrow. And they'll tell it. Nico Baby's out for a minute. Alliance is just left to the three of them to run back and wait. Whilst Nigma get the space to start to siege the high ground.
Radiant
What a
structures.
snowball of hurt that has just happened from Nigma as they're not stopping. They want another target. Get it. Oh boy.
I mean, it really did look like Alliance were starting to put the pieces together and slow down this large lineup of Nigma. But then that whole bit of blunder after Nigma grabbed the Roche and the Aegis of the cheese and Alliance decides to fight, and the whole game just goes back to crumbling completely before.
Just as much help as bottom.
Yeah, now, I mean, they're going to be able to get what looks like 2 sets here. The Red King, his farm is over, and now so much
Radiant's
gold
top
enabled toward
tower
Nigma.
has looked better.
This is
Dire's
looking
top
pretty
tower
impossible
is
now for Alliance
gone.
after that. Thankfully, they do have their towers down bottom, but
goodbye to their
the
top
damage
end.
of gold is really done.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're going to continue looking to clear out this rack. They still got 5 seconds till Wraith King, and I think he might just still continue anyway.
Desperately trying to slow Miracle down and get him off the racks, but he cannot do so. Actually, with burst, we are very quickly. We are just pretty much 100 to 0 immediately. They've also got the stun knockdown onto GH. GH also taken out. Alliance, they're putting everything into this chase. We'll see what more they can catch. Kuro out to the side, S4. He's got the Euro set up, still a Dissimulate available for Kuro. He's going to jump back to the west. And Nico Baby's able to follow it up. Has the blink, cuts him down with a crit.
Prostrate yourself.
So Alliance, they do manage to again come in with a solid punch back against Nigma. Of course, not before the damage was done.
And
Nigma already taking
Miracle's
2.
out.
That's about 8 ranks away, and indeed Miracle just still happy to play
Go on,
out on the map
Gallopy.
wherever he fancies right now.
Twins.
With the last few fights going the way that they were, he's back on track of just standing at the top and having so much farm, and they don't see him, they know that he's around, they're trying to run. They find the enemy for Lazo to come in, but still it's not long enough to chain stun him down. Shadow Lance is there, Miracle turns towards Nephilim, on the BKB, Miracle pouncing away, also has the protection of that Lotus Orb being offered up towards him, but Mind Control has been left behind because of it. As Mind Control will get focused, taken out. Is there for Nico Baby? They've got the dust onto Miracle. Darkpack removing the stun, and it's enough to allow him to sneak away into the shadows. Miracle will live.
About to run. It looks like he's about
He's
to
gonna
run
go
right
back
back
in,
up
yeah.
the high ground.
A little low on the mana
The Aegis.
this time to go back for more. Miracle's right, he knows he doesn't need to. They still got a lot out of that. Even with Alliance getting some good kills, chasing Nigma away. Nigma's still very much in a position where they can just wait for everybody to get back up and look to proceed down on the bottom lane, where still a tier 1 and a tier 2 awaits for them.
Yeah, now they're going to shift their attention toward that bottom side. Miracle's getting... he finished up... I feel like he finished up the Scotty. Well, it was less than 5 minutes ago, and he's got a Basher and another 3,300, 3,500 gold on top of it, too. He's growing at these incredible speeds, and he's just putting so much pressure in comparison. He's applying the pressure alone as this Lark. All these supports are just free food for him. And now, Nigma, all their ults back at the ready. They can look to go down toward bottom, and seeing actually GH, he's got a refresher queued up. So if we've already seen Nigma have overwhelming team fight, give a second round of it too, then he can be a little bit more liberal with his.
Yeah, and to be fair, the Supernovas have been pretty excellent from GH. You know,
They have been.
Have we seen a single egg die? I don't think we have, right? I think everyone has gotten up. You know, Alliance has either had to run, or one hero or two hero has been caught by it. So it's very nice usages of it this game from GH.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons they pick it versus that Bat Rider, right? Because you know the way Bat's going to play. He's going to try to lasso pull someone.
Yeah.
Phoenix is just always so good naturally versus that with his whole toolkit. Either jump in, drop the egg right in the middle and cause havoc, or heals the target that's getting lasso. Yeah, GH has done it perfect, and now decided shifting their attention toward bottom as the other lanes are going to naturally push in.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
Close to having
Dire's bottom tower always did get short shrift.
But still, when that's there, likely to have the completed butterfly on Miracle, and then you're just to deal with this insane amount of invasion as well on the start.
I like seeing these are small things, but I like seeing what Weha is doing with his items in his backpack. He has the neutralizer postal flame and quickly jump swap in between.
Try and get the jump on the Kuro. Not quite enough to finish him off. To get very, very low there. First combo that they had. NIGMA. Keeping one another alive. BKB is out on the cover. Now, we'll have an easier time of just sort of getting in. Not having to worry too much about the turnaround that NIGMA does have to offer. Still, of course, the building up of punches from Miracle will be a bit of a nightmare for the beefy Wraith King to withstand in a drawn-out fight.
You see the next thing, the Nico Baby's queued up and it's saying everything about this game.
Is it Rapier?
It's a Rapier.
It has to be. The jump's going to be made. Mind control, getting stuck on the front line. He's in, bringing him down low, and he'll be able to finish it. Crits there. Nico Baby gets one. Maybe they can go for another. Supernova coming to an end. Nico Baby's really wanting to chase, get another jump.
Got the refresher.
He's out to the side.
GH has the refresher if he wants to go for it. He just got the money to pick it up. But they have to be very careful. They don't know about this either, so this can catch them completely off guard if they overcommit on the supply line. I think so. At least one nice kill.
No, for sure. Yeah, and still one kill is enough to buy that bit of time, right? To get Nico Baby back in the creeps and on track towards the Divine Rapier. And that I really can do it, because then for sure you get sort of 2 stuns on the slot. You'll have time to take Miracle down from 100 to 2 with the crits and the damage that this Wraith King will deal.
Yeah, and he'll be getting close to that 25 as well. So I mean, this really just feels like it's the only solution, because he's the only one really dealing that big damage inside of these fights right now. Everybody else is kind of just this lockdown for him. Killer.
Mind control back in action. Ahead. Tier 1 down, but weren't able to stick around long enough to take the Tier 2 out as well.
They're gonna go for the top off. They get the outpost back? They could go for it if they'd like to, but Alliance is in the area. They're looking to defend that one. Everyone here. I think the ward's down 2 to see the fight. Now Miracle's gonna go for the scouting. And he just also picked up a Penta-Edge sword on Miracle. Pretty solid item on a Slark, I'd say, especially when you're standing toe-to-toe versus heroes. You're just gonna keep ruining their move speed, ruining their attack speed, and stealing their stats. That's pretty nice.
Absolutely, I think it's pretty much the best hero for the army.
Yeah, it feels like it for sure.
The prize is mine.
On the high ground here, Alliance, quite a nice position. Miracle's heading up with Dark Pack, and they're able to find it. The Master comes out. Excellent timing there from Liv as they watch Miracle Dark Pack in a way that leaves them open to being caught out by the stun. Egg comes out, Alliance, they're able to move straight towards it. And for me, it's the first time this game they'll be able to take out the Supernova. They kill GH, they're also, by the looks of it, going to get Mind Controls. Mind Controls try to run himself away. Nico Baby should have Blink back up in a second. Hansken just making sure that Weha isn't able to chase him down. As Mind Control, he is very speedy though. Weha blinking across, trying to slow down the chase from Alliance. They'll just turn their attention over towards him. Weha pops the BKB, tries to continue to come over towards him, but Liv himself also using the BKB to break away. Nico Baby moving out to Weha. Weha is very tanky with this Sleeper's Guard. It's going to take quite a bit of time to take him down. The Siphons as well, keeping Weha alive. Against the 4 of Alliance as they try to kill him. Finally they're able to do so. They bring down Weha. Over towards Kuro they go. Kuro with the jump at Nico Baby. Blink still on cooldown for 10 seconds. Chase for another out of this. I mean, of course, already an excellent fight for Alliance.
For the twin.
Kuro, he's into the trees without enough to stimulate.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long.
Oh, they have an astral sets up. He's running. And they should slowly be able to take him down, and they will. I mean, they're all starting off there with that whole movement from Alliance to get them in position on the high ground. Miracle, you know, he was trying to be safe going up into the high ground with the Dark Pack, but it just wasn't timed in a way that left him, you know, sort of completely safe. There was that fraction of a second as the dark pack came to an end, and Limp in with the lasso is perfect.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better opportunity there. And the way that they shifted and focused that egg to absolutely perfect. They get right on top. Even though GH put it very far to the left side, they still were able to because,
Dyer's
you know,
bottom tower
Mirana is
needs
always
to
going to have a
sell.
lot. He just takes it and gets at least like 3-4 hits off as a support, and then the rest of them can keep
And
going.
now, now they're going to be the squad game rush. You know, if they want to, they're hanging around the pit.
though. I think they want to try to get a kill first and then maybe go back because their respawns are too
Miracle!
slow.
He's going to instantly pop the shadow dance as soon as he gets wind of Nico Baby jumping in on top of him. No back for the play break, but a holding him close. Supernova on the high ground, but still, again, they find the last time they got the damage. They do. Alliance take down Miracle. Again, GH popping the pressure. He's going to have a second round of spells to throw out here. Here comes the egg once more. They've got no way to take it down on top of the cliff. So it will mean that they can kill Nico Baby once. And they do it another time, but without Miracle around, they are lacking a bit of damage. It looks like they still have enough. Nico Baby will go down. FNG in the river being chased. Kuro, he's got the remnant to follow the Yules. Kuro's able to pick up another. VR and mind control.
Double kill.
They're doing it without the slot. Even in these situations where Alliance, they're able to make these quick moves and take down Miracle, we're at a point where we are in mind control. They're very hard to deal with. The problem is, it is not the Slark alone. It's just how much of a beefcake really Weehar is on this DP.
Yeah, and he was Blood Rage during all of it too, so all the damage being pumped up, but the big MVP, I mean, GH, that was the fact that he's just so farmed there in that fight. He gets full 2 rounds of his spells, plus the Supernova, plus the Sunray during the Supernova during all of it. He did over 6,500 damage in the fight while we did like 4K. That was absolutely insane by GH, that's sick.
Now with those kills, this Roshan, they're being a little hesitant about going for this completely. They actually turned their attention over towards the bigger S4. Pushing out.
He's hurting.
And he looks pretty dead here. I mean, can he really get away from this Gazman? The silence is a very long duration silence, of course, for Weehar. Just leaving him no chance to get out of here. That final burst of pure damage from mind control, taking S4 out. Miracle's back in the game, and the full 5 of them that head towards the pit. S4 will buy back though. Looks like they really wanted to turn NIGMA from going for Roshan and heading into the pit.
I think he knows that they can't deal with that. If they do get another Roshan, Aegis, cheese, and a full shot, full step, it's a little bit too much for them because they need to have these picture perfect moments. That's 2 fights now in a row, and they've insta killed the Slark, and still they got wiped afterwards. It's because of that positioning. But yeah, S4 needing to buy back there to push him away. And how close are we to the... I mean, he's still some time from that rapier. He's about to hit 25 though for that nice Mortal Strike cooldown.
It's going to be the
Radiant's middle
difference,
tower could use some help.
so they can throw everything in onto one of the cores of NIGMA. It has been very good times, but they've done that, not really having the damage to take down any of the others at speed. That rapier will make all the difference.
Not if they're playing versus the Aegis, though. That's the other thing that can be true difference too. If they have to go everything, in life is going to just really turn it completely around. And yeah, they've got it.
They have. And they'll be able to finish this one off in the pit. Aegis into the hands of Miracle.
Who took the axe? It was on the courier. Who did it get handed to? Got handed to Phoenix. So now he's got a way to save people too. Like, so if the Slark, if Miracle does dark back at the wrong time, they'll be able to at least protect him a little bit with that Supernova.
That's true. That's going to be very hard for Alliance to play against, right? Who do you sort of put on the job of stopping GH from being able to swoop in and get those saves off? I feel like, you know, especially the way that GH has been playing, that's a whole lot of stuff you got to have on your minds if you're Alliance right now.
And also in that last one where they killed the egg, they actually weren't that far off from it exploding. Now +3 hits on it too. It's gonna be pretty devastating. And when he hits 25 too, if he gets another +3, then I don't know if they're gonna ever kill it.
He is going to be a real issue. I mean, sure the whole team is, and with that Roche taken, you can see NIGMA back to a very healthy 20,000 lead on the gold. Alliance, it's just, a lot of pressure on them to make some sort of perfect jumps, and Nico Baby being able to find his targets so we can cut them down with this rapier and that 25 talent.
Yeah, and we see he's swapping in the items. We see he's putting the illusionist kick to split push, setting it up top, and then swapping in the leveler during the fights too. So they're trying anything here. They're pulling out all the little tricks.
Dire's bottom tower
So they're
is
gonna
under
have to have
attack.
something here. 20k advantage, Aegis cheese, all these items now picked up for the side of Enigma. Also Miracle about to tick
Dire's bottom
25.
tower has fallen.
And it just, this game, last game we sort of said, it was maybe a test to see how broken Wraith King was. I think that was maybe an unfair test. This game, I think, this is more of a fair test, right? Like,
Agreed.
if Wraith King is really as powerful as people are saying, as we've seen, maybe Nico Baby can turn this game around. There's a chance. What are we seeing on the percentages? This was probably a 95, I'd say, for Nigma. 90. Ooh, there you go. It's 4%. That's 100% better than the percent that the Lions had last game.
That is math. Yes.
Of course, at this point, with the Aegis Alliance, it's just going to be about waiting for Nigma to come to them.
I'll never
Yeah,
trust you guys.
all that farm on Nico Baby, get maybe a backup rapier at the ready.
Refresher nearly done on Limp as well. So just fend up for that.
Yeah, he was changing his items around for quite some time, trying to figure out which one he did want to end up on, and that looks like his final choice. The lasso just seems to be so important. Dive Meteor Hammer. Shipping in this tower. Miracle is at 25. They're in.
Jumping Nico Baby straight away. Defensive destruction comes out from FNG, but Nigma they're fully onto the Wraith King. Nico Baby turns back over to the Lotus Sword. Affecting his missile blade back towards himself. He stuns himself. That's going to be the kill off the once. They're going to look for a second round. He has got the beacon. He turns towards GH, but the Eon just keeps GH safe. That's getting bouncing back to stage as well as Miracle separating himself from the fight now. The road down onto Nico Baby. Riyadh does go pretty deep. They found the opportunity to lasso in. Nico Baby he's down that boat. Miracle picks up the rapier.
Double kill.
Just is ready for round two. S4's down for 100 seconds. No buyback on him. And now Alliance have to deal with this slug having the rapier.
Dire's bottom tower is
Towards
shattered.
Kuro. So Miracle, he's ready to start cleaning up.
under attack.
He goes in over towards Lit.
Mega
Disruption
kill.
holds back Miracle.
Double kill.
Miracle momentarily isn't long enough to stop him from getting the kill. Then buys back immediately. Do poke towards
Dire's
Kuro,
bottom
but Kuro
barracks
just
are
easing around with him. Close towards the fountain, giving space for Nigma to
Element,
get the
you
objective.
really don't want to lose
FNG
this.
is all too dead now. Alliance, no buyback to either of them.
Next.
As Nigma just
Radiant
chasing them down
now,
one by one. Then has the
Yes.
BKB, Nico Baby just getting with the stun. The follow-up is there with the arrow. But that isn't long enough to hold him down, and then indeed diving in. GH popping the ult, deep in the fountain. Reincarnate pop, now in for a second round onto him. Plus the BKB, Nico Baby can't get back to the base though. He's dead and down for 2 minutes. This should be the closer, and it is indeed. GG is called. As Nigma will take this game through, and with that, the series is theirs. 2-1.
Radiant victory.
Twice here with the mid-miracle slot. This game, not quite as dominating as game 2, but nonetheless still a very impressive shine from Nigma as a whole.
Yes, a little bit of back and forth for sure. Just a little bit of nice plays, pretty much just bringing Alliance back